the 3 at 3. Give me 1 sec to find it here on my screen, and then we'll get it up there. So give me just 1 sec. Let's see here. There we go. 3 at 3. All right, let's try that now. 3 at 3, share screen. All right, let's see, present. Bang. So that should be working right now, folks. It says it's working, 3 at 3. I'll go through it relatively quickly because I know we've only got a half an hour left to trade, basically. But this is 3 at 3. The usual disclaimer is that our services are provided for educational and informational purposes only. Intellectual property rights, yes, we have copyrights, trademarks, we have registered marks. All of this means that you need to ask us before you reproduce anything here. We would be happy to have you do that if you ask us first and then cite Market Rebellion. All right. Give you a couple quick updates. Last week, we talked about Exalta on the halftime report. That's me on the halftime report, and that couple footballs behind me and my, of course, Silencer Smooth Black Rifle coffee bag up there on the shelf as well. Here's what happened from Exalta from that 1st of October last week. As you see, those 24 calls were trading for 35 to 50 cents. I believe I was in at 40 and 45 cents, which I disclosed at the time. And now we traded out of them today for $1 because they doubled. And my discipline is that on a double, I take off at least half. I am out of half, 50% of these at $1 today. Bang. Second trade to update you on. Friday, we did Tilray. This is, of course, a cannabis play. Tilray, the October 5 calls with the stock at 477. They were buying those aggressively and paying 25 to 30 cents. I think I told you I paid 27 and 28 cents. How'd that work out? Well, pretty nice because, in fact, they doubled. It was also a 100% return. I highlighted that here on the screen for you. They traded up to 62 cents. I still have half of the 100 lot that I initially put on. I still have 50 of those in the account. Bang. If you'd like to learn more about Market Rebellion, you can go over to marketrebellion.com/get started. That is marketrebellion.com/get started. We can teach you about stocks, options, futures, cryptocurrencies. In fact, we have a special webinar on Wednesday all about cryptocurrency. You can check that out on Wednesday as we open the crypto room. It's basically a 24/7 room. So if you want to see one of those kind of markets and how wild that can be, check out marketrebellion.com for more. Thank you. All right, let's do some unusual activity, shall we? You guys have waited an extra half hour for it. We might as well get to it. Snap. Well, bullish calls in Snap again, almost 2 million share equivalent. How's that? Because every option is for 100 shares of stock. So when we see nearly 20,000 of them trade, the October 29 calls with the stock at 27.40, that means that nearly 2 million share equivalent are betting that over the next, basically, call it, just under 2 weeks, we're going to see stock move towards or through 29. And they paid 40 cents for these calls. They traded out of the others, those October 27s that we had also talked about here on 3 at 3. And we took profits on those and rolled into these for 40 cents. Bang. That's what that graph looks like. Stock's 27.34 right now, as you see, basically right where it was when the alert went up today. Let's get to the second of our 3 at 3, which is the EWJ, which is the Japan spider. This one, 10,400, which is 1 million share equivalent. 10,000 is 1 million shares, folks. They bought 10,400 of these December 62 calls with that EWJ at 59.06. So as you can see there, they paid about 77 cents, which means $77 for each and every one of those. $77 means a 10 lot. If you want to simulate a 1,000 share position, you're talking about $770 per, or 7,000 for a 10,000 lot of stock, which is what I like to trade. So this one, probably not a leaper, but definitely something that people are betting after expiration in October, November, all the way out to December, that after the election, Japan might be moving higher, and they're buying these 62 calls to express that view. Bang. There is that EWJ as it's been moving today, been hovering around 59.20, but as you see from last Friday where it was 58.40, it's been moving from lower right to upper left. Third of our 3 at 3, Exelon EXC bullish combo. They bought the 38 calls in January, so it's not October, not November, not December, but January, 4 months out into the future. They're buying those, paying $1.55, and they're selling puts to help pay for that, collecting $1.16. Now, this would be a deep end of the pool trade. Why? Because to cut the ownership cost of owning those 38 calls, they are taking on the obligation of owning shares from 31 on down in Exelon. So keep that in mind. This is risky because the person doing this, like I say, has obligated themselves to buy 1 million shares of stock at 31 or lower, if that's indeed what the person that owns those puts decides to do, because of course, owners of options have rights and the sellers of options have obligations. So this seller is obligating him or herself to buy shares at 31 or lower, and that cuts the cost of that 155 that they put on the line to own those January 38 calls. There is a graph as the stock moves up to 36.74. As you can see here, that's literally about 30 cents higher than where it was just before when we posted this one today. You want to learn more about unusual option activity? You can go to marketrebellion.com/UOA. That is marketrebellion.com/unusual option activity, or UOA, and learn all about the multiple trades per day that we do on that, as well as, if that's too many for you, 1 trade a day, or if that's still too many, we also have a service that's 1 trade a week. Thank you for joining me today, folks. I hope you have a great day. I'm going to stop sharing the screen, and Laura's probably going to stop us streaming here, but we appreciate you joining us. Appreciate your patience. Sorry it was late coming up today, but couldn't be helped. We couldn't get the computer over here booted up. So we'll find out what the problem is and address that tomorrow. Bang.